My name is Olivia Roshak. My candidate number is 2117, and my role was the producer and the actress as the friend.
My name is Andrea Franco. My candidate number is 2060, and my role was co-director.
My name is Casey Santoli. My candidate number is 2230, and I was the co-director and editor.
My name is Jennifer Serna, candidate number 2122. My role was cinematographer, storyboard, set designer, and scriptwriter for the film.
My name is Beyonce Sarmiento Romano. I was a sound and light technician and one of the friends. My candidate number is 2120.
In this scene, I took a medium shot of the silhouette in the dark room, where I used the computer screen lighting to create the suspense, which then foreshadows the protagonist's future in the film.
In the classroom scene, the film had to be well lit from the front of the room so that the actors' facial expressions could be clearly seen and recognized.
In this scene, where the protagonist and a classmate were speaking, I had to get someone to film at the same time the over-the-shoulder shot to make sure that when the editing process was done, it was a lot more easier for the editor to transition the characters' speaking parts smoothly.
My role was the co-director. As a co-director, I had to guide the crew so that they fulfilled the film's vision. I had to make sure the script was followed by the actors and that all props were set in place during the filming. It was important to make sure the props and actors were always in the right place because it allowed continuity in the film. This created meaning because it allowed the audience to go through the protagonist's day, making it more likely for them to feel attached to the character.
We created a more unconventional horror film that had more daylight to throw off the audience and had more effective jump scares. Scenes like walking from one place to another outside using daylight created this atmosphere.
My role was the producer, and as the producer, I had to finalize the location used for the film. We conducted a location recce, and for this location at this particular house, it was important to use a full-length bathtub in order to create the meaning that the protagonist was attacked in an intimate and vulnerable situation.
My role was the cinematographer, scriptwriter, storyboard, and set designer. I had to make sure that all the shots were focused and steady when they were being filmed in the production process to get the high quality footage, as well as following the script and storyboard to keep on track with what happens in the scene. The co-directors would inform and suggest ideas from their vision of the film.
As co-director, it was my job to stage and block each scene, directing action and guiding personnel to keep the filming smooth. This meant that there would be no distractions or mistakes in the final cut, which would take away from the meaning which we were creating through the cinematography work with Jennifer.
My role was a sound and light technician. As a sound and light technician, I had to make sure all scenes were properly lit to fit the conventions of a horror film. It was important for me to make sure background noise didn't interfere with dialogue so that everything can be well heard by the audience. I also filmed many sound effects that were used like bell sounds to express continuity from one scene to another.
Since the actress was underage, I had to organise a parental consent form so that she could participate in the film, as well as give out the release form to the personnel, so everyone is informed and organised to prevent any delays on the day of filming.
When we drowned Lena, the protagonist, this created meaning as it violated her privacy and sense of security, which follows the codes and conventions of a horror film. For health and safety reasons, we had a member with first aid training, as well as allowing the protagonist to control her drowning so that she felt comfortable.
As editor, I was also responsible for post-production. At these stages, I had to sync up the audio to match the video to create meaning. If I didn't, the on-screen reactions would be out of time with the audio, which would be distracting, and would keep the audience from fully immersing. I also controlled the video through color grading and balancing the picture in post. At times, I had to make the picture darker by increasing the shadows, or perhaps change the color to convey meaning through subtle connotations. This helped create a more professional and immersive final product.
Where are you?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That shit's scary, fam. Fuck that.
Oi.
Oh, my eye. Fucking scary. Oh. That shit's scary. Fuck that.